na se ya nzete esika otikaki ngai Sam Pembo ngai Grand Lac restaurant Schengen chez Balendoi Kodeko Bongwalanga Bongo sana mbolembaye Bila moto na nangobe Sandoko zomi Nazangi mayele yako Sepelisa yote Nalamukia batungu etana na koti sambara Nabukisa kilo bafle Na maboko manga moko Nabaki pungu pungu misato Bonaye Olinga kaba nyama lumbaye Sylvain Didi Swape chakuyo na lakisi maloba ya bolingo Alobelanga yo napsase na lapata Bombole Très fort, les boss Soki ex-lava Unie mekisa kate Pina mitema umbwa champi Bolafa Watareka Eno ya paembesa Karese Yalo boko mbenga Otineli na malobalo Bina na kuya kutalanga Batanela kamoko Sitapi ya rushi ya lokunu Natandeli yo Sibisipe patano nanga Remba Utana bala bala Tinanda konangai Utamolela Edoe Maître Israël Matone Yoga leki nimazo paso Yosa vraiment Na linia ya ba Mibo Shoyo viva Jibe mindia Jili bolia Atobombi elongi Lokolono Bamba esa na vale Ya parte ya virunga Mbongo la binangana Sekonde moko Tanda maboko Gigi makumbi Fredo Mopatibi Papi Sakamoto Kimontana Sekondo Kilo Goda Oh Willy Tembela Je trine Yanzaka Na Edo Ya Gisèle Couture Nakosala nini kilema uboinga Shaki Watuna Na José Kongolo Nakosala nini kilema uboinga Jackie Longa Bato Martins Patou Koso
Right then, very good evening to you out there. Welcome to the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK. This evening, it's a pleasure and an honor to come your way, and we are so excited with my very ever blazing co-host, Mrs. Vicky Newton, and we're coming your way with another big topic to get into. So, well, Vicky, welcome. Welcome, Vicky.
Oh, sorry.
How are you doing today?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm good. It was a bit slightly busy, but I'm good.
Wonderful. Good to hear that. Being busy.
I think today we are really coordinating. I love that.
Amazing. That's good. And I believe that we're gonna have a good time. And let me say that if you've just joined us, you're live on the I was going to talk about Fate Talk, but hey, you're live on the Property Hour show. This is every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. where we talk about everything that is going to do in the property industry. And tonight it's none other night but a very special night. We're going to be discussing a very not sensitive topic, but very productive topic that you can get a lot out of it and you can make a decision out of it. And our very special guest, Alhaji Suleiman, the CEO of SIL Group of Companies, will be joining us pretty soon, and we'll be diving into it. But hey, before we go further, let me say that if you've received the link, please do us the biggest favor of tonight and share the link with somebody, because we're live on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Star Radio UK Facebook page, and also Star Radio UK fan page as well, and KB Bossman Facebook page as well, and also Vicky Newton Facebook page. We're live, and also you can also watch us on our YouTube channel, that's Star Radio UK YouTube channel, and also on Twitter it's at Star Radio UK, at Star Radio UK. Then we are live on Periscope, on TuneIn Radio, on www.starradiouk.com, and you can listen on the go. The amazing thing about our app is that our app is user friendly. You can download all the app and listen on the go, anywhere, anytime, anywhere you are in the world. You can listen to us live. And so that's the amazing thing about our app, and you can download some of the podcasts as well. So great stuff. Why don't you download and share with somebody? So great stuff. And like and share the video and comment as well. You're more than welcome to make contribution to the program, and also like as well, and share. And tonight, before I go further, I know my co-host is so on fire to talk about the topic tonight. But then let me acknowledge our very, very special, cherished sponsors. And let me take it all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. We have Kerry's Furniture, the amazing furniture company based in Atlanta, Georgia. And the unique thing about Kerry's Furniture is that they can deliver to your doorstep, whether you are in Odumasi, Krobo Dumasi in Ghana, or you are in Casablanca in Morocco, or you are in Moscow in Russia, or Jiangsu province in China. They'll be able to deliver to your doorstep. That's the amazing thing about Kerry's Furniture. Amazing company doing amazing things, and I believe that if you're looking for a company that will take you to the length and breadth and take all the necessary steps to make sure that you get your furniture. And also M&M Concept. Oh, amazing. Watch out. I mean, I believe in a week or so you'll be seeing what I've been talking about M&M Concept. They design, if you're looking for t-shirts, or if you're looking for let's say merchandise, look no further. For graphic designing, look no further. They'll be able to take good care of that. That's a global company based in Ghana. Their prices are very, very competitive. But the amazing thing is that if you mention that you got their number from Star Radio UK, boom, you get a very good discount. I can guarantee you a 15% discount if you mention Star Radio UK. So M&M Concept, you can connect with them through us. Is 0208 133 2257. And also May Associate is it's a project or housing project management company that from conception of the project to the completion, they'll be able to do that amazing job for you. So look no further. Make sure that you connect with them. They'll be able to give you a very, very good discount because of us. It's 0208 133 2257, and you can get in contact with them or through us as well. Last but not least, our major sponsor is CIG Properties. That's Cornerstone International Group Limited. They are based in the UK, property management. If you're looking for property investment, if you're looking to buy, sell, if you're looking for amazing deals, look no further. CIG Properties UK will be able to take good care of that. You can contact them, get on their website www.cigpropertyuk.com. that's cigpropertyuk.com, and they'll be able to give you a very, very good discount as well. So let's kick the program going, and Vicky, are you all set for me?
I think so.
Okay, our very special guest Alhaji Suleiman will be joining us pretty soon, so I believe that we'll be able to take a dive into it. But before he comes in, let's talk about what's trending. What are some of the headlines in the industry?
I think one thing that keeps coming back is the stamp duty. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yes. I think from the 1st of July, stamp duty is changing. They are saying that you will only you wouldn't pay any stamp duty up to £250,000 to buy a house. But if it's between 250 to 925,000, you pay 5%.
Okay.
Stamp duty.
But I mean, 250 literally. Then you're talking about more of outside London and
Outside
people
London.
that are looking to buy outside London. So that's
So,
not,
Osman, does it mean that they are trying to push more people to buy from outside London? Is that an indirect indication?
I mean, London is a huge economy on its own. If I'm being honest, when it comes to the property market, some of the most lucrative and biggest deals happen in the city of London. So London is so huge that you can do away with that. But I believe that maybe they might be encouraging others to look outside of London as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's good news. But the other, thing is that regarding first-time buyers,
First-time buyers. Okay.
is it going to be a benefit to them? Because at the moment, because of the furlough scheme, people losing their jobs, are first-time buyers able to meet the requirements to get a mortgage for buying a house up to 250,000?
I think they can take advantage of that. It's still very. I mean, if you're a first time buyer, the market is still so lucrative, and I'll say appealing that you'll be able to get a piece of that cake, which you have to take advantage of. And looking at the market, I mean, yesterday was a very one of the busiest in the history of the industry, when people were closing deals like never before. So I know that some of the deals went so deep into the night. You have some of the deal breakers and brokers and solicitors and buyers and sellers staying up too late, and that's one thing that I had the opportunity to be to be a party of party to some of the things that were happening, and it was amazing because phone calls flying all over to and fro, and people were looking to make it happen before the deadline. So people didn't want to, why not take advantage of what is happening if you have an opportunity? So I believe that it's also a good point, and people can, if you have to take advantage of or make that happen or count, why not? It's a good time to get into it.
Okay. Another thing that I've also picked up.
Yes, please go ahead.
House prices jumping by £10,000 in a year.
The house prices. Can you? Is it possible to read into it a little bit?
Okay.
Yes.
This is an article from Zoopla.
Okay.
It's saying that It's saying that high demand from potential buyers and a shortage of homes for sale makes it the fastest moving housing market for 5 years. Our latest house price index report shows house prices have soared by more than £10,000 during the past year as the scramble for home continues. The increase, which is the largest rise in value recorded since October last year, left the average home costing £229,300 in May, according to our latest monthly house price index report.
Okay. And so in a year, 10,000 I mean price jump.
It's right. Yeah.
That sounds great. That sounds good.
Because of the financial uncertainty.
Yeah.
Within the country, people were having issues. People being asked to work less hours. Some being asked to stay home. Furlough taking place. So eventually you are not going to get your full pay, right? So I'm surprised. Hey, there's a high demand.
Right.
Buyers.
It sounds incredible because you would have thought that in the midst of COVID, and I mean people that's kind of uncertainty and people are worried. I realized that this industry has been so resilient and bouncing back every now and then and surging at this moment makes it so lucrative. So if you're watching us, if you're listening to us wherever you are, I mean the UK market, when it comes to the property industry, it's a place you need to look at. It's a great opportunity for you to be able to have a piece of that cake. And how to do it, how to get into it's always as you know, the expert will say, when to start is now. When to start is now. So very, very key, very important. And I believe that wow.
Other thing I picked up from Zoopla as well.
Okay.
I think this is in relation to our guest for today. I think he will go more into it.
Okay.
Zoopla is telling us that garage conversions on the app, a lot of homeowners are converting their garages.
Oh, garage conversions is on the rise.
Yes.
Okay, then I think our guest who is getting seated will be diving into that very, very soon. And did they go further as to why that is happening, or do you know?
Right. They are of the opinion that people are staying home more than going out because of the same COVID. So when that happens, you just want to keep yourself busy by doing some home improvements. So they just take the opportunity to use up any space in the property.
Right.
So you remember, most people use their garages as storage places. Yes. So I think a lot of homeowners are rather converting these garages which are not in use for maybe an extra room or an extra, maybe a study or an office, because people working from home is on the increase. And I think the government, I believe it was beginning of this week, pardon me, it was mentioned that employers do not have to force their employees to go to work if it's full-time Monday to Friday. The employee feels they can come to work twice a week, and it shouldn't be forced, it shouldn't be compulsory. So it looks like people have gotten used to working from home. Yeah.
And do you think it's a good thing, or it's something that we need to we need to have a closer look at?
This is a whole debate on its own, Mr. Bossman.
Why
Because
do you think so?
other people will have their own views why, and they feel working from home, staying at home is better than going out there for the reason that you don't want to get yourself infected.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that as leaving home, going to work, I think it's something that helps us mentally and also physically, because the fact that you wake up in the morning, get ready, go to work, meet other colleagues at work, the environment, and it's not everybody who has family or friends living with them in the house.
Yeah.
I remember during COVID, there had been instances where some people, because of their mental health, living alone, and they are not really used to living alone.
Yeah.
Some of them contemplated suicide. You see, so one party might feel that okay, it's good for us to spend more time at home, but some also feel the fact that you leave your house, go to work, meet other colleagues at work, interact, helps a lot. Physically, mentally, helps a lot.
Okay.
Other colleagues at work, interact, helps a lot. Physically, mentally,
Right.
helps a lot.
So, all right, so welcome back, and it wasn't. It was just a quick on-screen break, and we're so excited to have our very special guest in the studio with us here tonight. He's no stranger, but he's made himself a stranger in our studios, and I believe we'll be charging him for that, for being away for almost 2 years. I know COVID can be an excuse, but not tonight with me and Vicky, and so. I have the privilege of introducing on behalf of Vicky as well, a very, very special guest. He's the CEO of a sale group of companies, and he's going to explain that if you've not heard him on this show before, he will dive into what they do, and the kind of services they offer, and how they've gotten to this particular stage, and what they are doing in the UK. But and then we will get to the main topic for tonight, which is how you can utilize the space strategically, utilize the space within your property or your home, and in a smart way that you can add value and make some income legally from your own property. So I will urge you to keep on sharing. Share. We're so excited tonight. He's in the person of Alhaji Suleiman, and he is in our studio, as I said. And Vicky, thank you for the headlines and the news that is making the headlines as well. Anyway, thank you so much. Alhaj.
Bossman.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Bossman.
How are we doing?
Well, it's not been easy because of COVID, as we all know, but with our trade, I think we never took time off.
You never took time off?
Luckily for us.
If he says, hello Alaji,
I'm listening, Vicky.
See you. If you say it hasn't been easy, does that mean that you were so busy?
Vicky, why are you taking the words out of my mouth? Why are you doing that? Please. Oh
it's a
my.
good thing.
You know,
getting the jobs, the contract.
No, you know that he's on my bad book, so I would definitely pick up on what he's saying. So possibly you've taken a step ahead of me, but that's fine. You've given him a hint though, but Alhaj, you please go on. We know what to do tonight.
All right, my dear listeners, please help me to sincerely apologize to Mr. Bossman and Miss Vicky. What they are saying is true. I've abandoned them for so long because I'm meant to be on this show at least once a month with them. At least once a month. But due to the pressures of trying to make everyone happy out there, unfortunately, it's not been like that. But I promise them and our cherished listeners that I'm gonna be, every week once you send me the, program on WhatsApp, I feel bad. I said to myself, oh my God, I'm meant to be there. But so please, Mr. Bossman, please, before I go further, you have to accept my apology, or I won't go further. Accept
Anyway,
Oh, wow.
we-
Apologize.
please.
Okay,
You and Madam Vicky.
I think Vicky has accepted it,
Yes,
and so
please.
she'll be paying
And
me.
I promise you,
Vicky will be paying me
I promise
the
you, I'm
compensation.
gonna be here often. I promise
Okay.
you.
So
I promise
Vicky,
you.
you'll be paying the compensation, yeah?
Yeah. I'll be
Okay.
here very often because I think we are all in the same industry, property.
Yeah.
Be it selling it, buying it, doing it up, whatever, is the same industry. Yeah, we all work hand in hand. It's all under one umbrella. So I think we should be working together more. Yes, and I promise you that we're gonna be working together more. Yeah. So, Madam Vicky, to your question, if I say it hasn't been easy, well, I'm referring to the whole world in general.
Okay.
Life hasn't been easy for everybody, but lucky for us, those in the building contracts industry, surprisingly, we were never
Quiet.
We never stayed at home. Yeah, we never stayed at home during the whole pandemic. I think I was in Milton Keynes, I was in Northampton, always on the motorway. We had projects all over the place, so we can't complain. We can only say thanks to God. That's all we can say. Thanks to God that we are all still alive, healthy. Some didn't make it. That is one point that I want to hate to everybody out there. Please, life is very, very unpredictable, right? So live well and live well for once. Tomorrow is not guaranteed to nobody, right? We come from Ghana, all of us, fair enough. But I think enough of all those throwing money in Ghana by building houses, leaving them to rot, while we are here living like paupers, Madam Vicky. I'm being very honest with you, Ghanaians, we don't live well in abroad. I've been
Is
to
he only Ghanaians?
well,
or-
okay, not only Ghanaians, but well, all Africans in the diaspora or whatever.
Okay.
I've been to people's houses, and sometimes I feel like weeping because I ask myself, what's going on? You live here, you work day, you work night, and you living like some people. It's so bad. But
I mean, somebody will say we tend to live. Here, as if when they are writing our biography or is it autobiography or whatever, this part of our lives will not be part
exactly.
of it. So
listen, yebeko. When? That's the question. Do we have a date? Do we have a time? No. Seriously, Mr. Bossman. Yebeko. Especially we those who have families here.
Yeah.
Let's be frank to ourselves. Yebeko. When? Never.
I mean,
we don't know.
For the sake of our listeners.
Yes, I want to see Yebeko.
Yebeko.
So if you want to explain the Yebeko,
Yeah, Yebeko. Like people,
they are willing to go.
People are I don't know what word to use, Madam Vicky, but they have some ambition. Well, it's not bad having that ambition. That dachi, we will be going back home, blah blah blah. I have somebody who has been saying that for 25 years now. He's still here. You get what I mean? So the truth is, my short advice is we should live well because this is our home. We should live well. Eventually, if one day we have to go back, fair enough. But we should live well. Right. That's all I can say towards that before we move on to our main topics.
I like you came prepared.
Very. Today I'm on fire. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm on fire
Alhaji
today.
says he's on fire, so we have to get ready. If you've just joined us, you're live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio. This is every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Till 9. We'll possibly have to extend for about 10 minutes or so. and get things sorted. You don't want to miss this particular strategy that Alhaj is going to dive into. He believes that it is working. He's been exploring it. He's experimented it. He's been doing it and out there, and it's working. So we're going to hear him. But before we get into that, Alhaj, what is the group Asil group of company? Who are you and what you do?
Okay, all right. I think the last time I was with Vicky on Heritage, it's about over 2 years ago.
Right.
I explained to Vicky. Well, Asil Group. The reason for the word group is we have 3 companies under one umbrella.
Right.
We have Asil Logistics Company Limited.
Okay.
We have Asil Cleaning Contract Services.
Okay.
And we have Asil Building Contract Services.
Okay.
So we now later decided to just regroup all under one umbrella by naming it Asil Group.
Okay.
Yeah, but the truth is now I think the Building Contract Services is the most active.
Okay.
That one has taken over us so much that the other 2 sectors are very quiet at the moment.
They are quiet. Okay.
Yeah, they are practically quiet now. We are all in all out building contractors.
Okay.
Who deal in properties. How to get the properties in the right shapes that they should be, and how to let people get more out of their properties. Value. Exactly. So ideally now we are mainly concentrating on the building contract services for now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the name Asil Group.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Vicky, I think you were going to say something. Were you?
I just have to be very attentive and listen to Mr. Alhaji.
Okay. So Alhaj, you talked about the COVID being. You guys have been busy. You guys have been up and running, and there's a report that came out, I think, over a month ago, as to how high in demand you guys, your services has been. And people have saved up. They were going to go for holidays, but they turned it around to do refurb and also. So how true is this?
Yeah, it's very true. Even now, at the moment, all these big warehouses are struggling to meet our demands.
Okay, in terms of
materials, because the demand is so high. Will you believe B&Q, a whole B&Q practically don't have cement for 2 months now?
Seriously?
Just cement.
I mean, are you talking
ordinary
about
cement?
No, are you talking about one branch?
B&Q nationwide. Selco don't have cement. Selco don't have plasterboard. I've been there today. Now I'm being forced to fall on these Indian companies, Majors and Ilford Building Supplies, which is slightly higher in price, but I'm being forced to fall on them. The big warehouses are struggling so much because, listen, the demand was so high. And what does that mean? It means we were busy, right? The builders were pouring in to all these big warehouses. Now, if you order some materials, some of them, they give you 6 weeks.
What?
To wait. 6 weeks to wait, just because of unavailability. So it's true. What you are saying is very true. Surprisingly, COVID never affected the building trade. And the government, luckily, the government excluded us from lockdown.
Yeah.
During lockdown, I wasn't at home.
Yeah.
No, we were always on the M1 going to Milton Keynes every day. Luckily, we were not, we were not restricted to stay at home. Yeah. And the builders' warehouses were open as well. Although some of them were click and collect, but we managed to get materials.
And Vicky, if you remember, I think when Vikaj was on the show a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the high cost of materials, and which I think this particular submission Alhaj is just made brings me back to it, which I think you're the right person to take us through.
Yes.
Why do you think this is happening? The high cost of materials.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bossman. Now materials are so expensive. If you give a quote to a customer and they don't get the job done within a short time, you have to review the estimate.
Wow.
Yes. I quoted a loft and an extension in Bromley for one Ghanaian lady for 120,000. Right? Sorry for mentioning figures.
Yeah.
It's been almost 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
She's been waiting for cash. Right? She called me today that things are getting almost ready. I said, Madam, I'm sorry, we have to review
the quotation.
That quotation or that estimate. Or now, we the builders, we haven't had a meeting among ourselves, but we are planning to start going labor only.
Oh.
Yes. You, the customer, buy to the last screw. You're going to buy it.
Materials.
To the last screw we need.
That's a different ballgame.
Yes. To the last screw we need. Because materials, now like the prices are changing overnight. There was last week there was this it's like a plywood, but it's like chipboard, but plywood one, like it looked like chipboard. 18 inches was only about 37 pounds. I went to Selco, I needed 10. Straight away it went to about almost 59 pounds each.
No way.
22 pounds
no
increase.
No.
I went straight to the management. Do you know what they told me? They said the producer said the glue they are using at the factories is now unaffordable to them, so they've passed the cost onto the plywood.
Wow.
Look, I was just standing there. I called the customer straight away. I said, you know what, this is what I'm facing here, but we needed it because we were trying to do a roof. We needed it. We had no option. So now materials, though we are busy, but materials have shot through the roof. Now if you give a quote, some customers might think you are trying to rip them off. So we, the contractors, we haven't had a meeting, but individually we are planning to go labor only. I charge you the labor, you deal with the materials. Because
is that not going to create a bit of a problem?
And delays for us.
That's
yes.
what I
yes. So what we can do, we can practically buy everything we need, and when immediately we see you, we give you the bill. We take our money straight away. That's the only thing we can do. But if you give a quote today, right, by the time the job is completed, you are not careful, you get midway, the money will be finished, the contract is not executed fully, the customer will start talking about court. We don't want that.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so that's what's going on now. Materials are very, very expensive. I'm sure all these Galliard homes, everybody are now increasing their prices of their flat, of course, because of materials.
I mean, you know, I'm what you said is true. I went down to Kent to look for a place for a client, and a place that I know, I'm not going to mention the town, but a place that I know that, I mean, for a 2-bed or 3-bed, you're looking about
900, 800.
No, I'm talking about buying it.
Oh, buying. Okay.
So a place you think between 150 to 180, maximum 200. I was shocked that 280.
80, look at that, yeah.
300.
Yeah.
And I was like, seriously?
Yeah. Birmingham houses are there 300 now. Birmingham used to be 180, 200 maximum. Now Birmingham 300. Yes.
Bricks and mortar, you don't joke with.
That's what's happening at the moment.
Right. Okay.
Yes. That's what's happening at the moment.
I'm shocked because I think and
yes.
The rate pair. I mean the how do you call it? Is it rate of pay has not changed, has it?
No.
And so who is bearing this whole cost of labor?
Now labor is also gone up. Labor is gone up a lot. Labor. Now you can't get labor for 70, 80 quid a day anymore.
Wow.
That is labor, not the skilled ones. The laborers to help the skilled ones.
Yeah.
They now want 120, 130 a day. Seriously.
Laborers?
I tell you, if you see them standing at all these big shops, B&Qs.
B&Q.
Try to get one of them. Try. Just try to tell them, can I have one of you for a day? You hear what they'll tell you.
Okay, we'll be, if you've just joined us, it's live on the Property Hour Show with our very special guest Alhaj Suleiman, the CEO of ASEO Group of Companies, and we're talking about what is happening in the property industry, especially the trade shops, and also material cost and labor costs going up. And before we dive into the main topic, please keep on sharing, and I'll start off, and then Vicky will come in. So Alhaj, you when we had a conversation, you talked about you've designed or come up with a very smart way where people can take advantage of the space within their properties to be able to add value and make some income out of it.
Yes.
So our listeners, I believe they are so eager. Since I put it out, I've been receiving text messages as to, okay, some people are saying, wow, okay, how is this going to be done?
Everyone wants to know.
Everybody wants to know. So give us a glimpse of it, and our listeners as well.
Like we all know, whether you are renting, you are paying a mortgage or whatever, most of our earnings end up there. Some people, after paying their mortgages, they are practically left with
Nothing,
right? Okay. It's good to have your own home. It's very good, excellent, better than paying for somebody. Yes, but I will start off with what we call loft conversion or loft studio. A lot of people hear the word loft. They don't even know what's a loft.
What's a loft? Okay.
All right. Lofts applies to houses, not flats. It's like practically opening up the roof of the house to create an extra room, big room, on top of your current bedrooms. So it's practically adding another level to the house to become 2 floors, all within the same house. Yeah, it's a very, skilled procedure that we've been doing. I know it's not cheap to do a loft, but if what people need to know is always check if there is any equity in your house. My dear listeners, get that out and create that loft, because I know it's not easy to personally save money to do a loft. It's tough. So sorry, I don't need to be advising people where they're going to get their money from, but just trying to just
there are financial advisors that we can sort of direct them to.
So a loft can really help a lot. One, if your family is getting bigger, the loft can help you. You, the gaffer, and the missus can move up there in the loft so that the kids can have their own rooms, or your senior ones can, daughter or son can move up there into the loft, have their own space. It creates space. It creates space. First of all, let's put the financial gains aside. It creates space. Lovely space with shower, toilet, everything in there. Whoever is in there doesn't need to come down. Just stay in there. Even sometimes the loft studios, we can build a small 1,000-unit kitchen on the corner, with sink and everything, right? That is if it's going to be used for commercial purposes. Right? We can create a very small, nice kitchen, not very big, like just 1,000 unit. With another 1,000-unit cupboard on the wall, nice and simple. Shower and toilet in the corner, big open space for a massive double bed. All right. In the prime areas, Mr. Bossman, in the prime areas, the loft studio alone can go for 1,200, 1,300, 1,100. So if your mortgage is not that huge, right, renting out that loft alone can pay that mortgage. You only take care of the bills. So that's what I have termed as the smart way of living. Yes, there will be a bit lack of privacy. The only lack of privacy is the person has to go through the main house hallway to go into.
But is that not dependent on, let's say, the type of property it is, because I believe you guys can sometimes, if there's space, create
its own access.
Yes, to,
especially if it's going to be used for commercial purposes.
Yeah.
Right. Some people don't care. After all, it takes only 2 minutes to walk through the house and go into your space. The person can cook in there. The person can shower, have a fridge in there. The person will never encroach any part of you and your family. Only walking through the house to go up there. Right. But some of the houses, like you said, it's possible an access can be created, although the council sometimes frown on that. It depends on the council. Some of them frown on that for safety reasons, right? Because you have to do this spiral staircase at the back, and the council rarely approves that, you know. But going through the house, you know, shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. So the loft conversion really helps.
Okay.
In terms of space and in terms of financial gains, right? For me, if a loft can pay my mortgage, I'll be very happy, because people are working 2-3 jobs just to be able to pay their mortgages, especially we Ghanaians or in the diaspora. People work days and nights, bro, days and nights just to get these bills paid.
Yeah,
life is changing. We don't have that strength anymore. We are not getting any younger, so it's high time we live smart. There's a saying in Ghana, "Adwina yejuma nipa duane bre." I know whether you heard it before.
So they when they you don't use your brains to work,
the body struggles.
The body is going to struggle.
Yes. So this we are in the modern times that we have to use the brains to live instead of using the physique.
I mean, on Sunday I did a program talking about the mind, and so just like what you're saying, the mind controls the whole body.
Yes.
It controls every affair of your life and every area. So very key, and that's a very profound statement that you've made, because if we use our brains or our mind more as to thinking through stuff, we'll be able to do accomplish a lot.
Sorry, I don't mean to insult anybody.
Yeah,
I've lived with Asians almost 80% of my life here in this country, right? They are very smart.
Very.
If I say smart, I mean they are smart. And living with them, I've learnt a lot. That's why I learnt all this.
Okay.
They are very smart. I know a house in Forest Gate. The house, the owner has a basement flat.
Okay.
Ground floor flat.
Okay.
First floor flat and a loft.
In one building?
I'm telling you.
In this country?
Yes. It's on Atatin Road, Forest Gate, E7. The guy rakes in over 5 grand a month in revenue. And even he has finished paying the house long time ago, because he started buying houses when he was about 20. He's about 55 now. So they are very smart. Very. Have you ever come across any of these houses that you have to walk through the kitchen to go to the shower at the back?
Yeah.
Do you think that was the original plan of the house?
No.
Never. No architect would design that.
No.
No white man would do that.
Yeah.
Originally, the bathroom was upstairs.
Right.
Yes. Originally, the bathroom was the 3rd bedroom. That Chobos room, they call Chobos room. That was the shower room. They now bring it down, take it to the back of the kitchen. The house automatically becomes a 3-bedroom. It's not an illegal thing to do. So if the house was going for 1,200 as a 2-bedroom, now that house is on the market for 1,750, 1,800.
Yeah.
Is it not a smart living?
Yeah.
They are very smart. I live with them and I've learned so much from them. We are not. And I want to change that.
I mean,
I'm on a mission to change that.
I mean, I agree with you, but somebody will say privacy. You know, privacy. That is what most of the people in the community will say.
Okay. Well, no, I'm talking about example for commercial purposes.
Yeah. People think more of their privacy. Or Vicky, what I'm saying. Are people not much concerned as to their privacy as compared to making extra income? Is that not an issue?
And the other side are more into whatever I can get from the property. So anything that they want to do to get more from the property. But with our kind of people, comfort is number one. And privacy.
Comfort and so she's added one to it. Comfort and privacy. So
if you want to have comfort, and you have to work 2-3 jobs to pay, fair enough. It's up to you. Seriously, if you want to have the comfort, and
So you
work
have to
2-3
weigh- you have to
jobs,
weigh the
you have
two.
to weigh the two. You have to work days and nights to pay the bills. You prefer that to your comfort. If you're working day and night, how long do you stay at home? What privacy do you need? No, let's look at it this way.
It's
I know somebody who works afternoons, evenings. What privacy do you need? You virtually don't even sleep in the house. You practically don't sleep in the house. So what kind of privacy do you need here, Mr. Bossman? So all I'm telling people is they should learn to live smart. All those times of working so hard to get the bills paid, or like, all right. There is one we call a house conversion or house split.
yeah.
Most of these houses that immediately you open the door, you see the stairs going up.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of houses in East London are all A and B. Or immediately you open the front door,
Yeah.
you see one door going upstairs,
And one door.
one door going to the right.
Yeah.
Originally, it was one house before.
Okay.
It wasn't 2 houses.
Right.
Originally, it was 1 house.
Okay.
But because all these people are smart, they now split the house into 2. If your family is not big, you live on the ground floor. Let the top floor go. That will pay both. What do? You live in smart. Whatever you are earning as a bus driver is enough to do your projects in Ghana or whatever. You don't need to pay. Or the other flat upstairs will pay both. Because if you do that, your mortgage rate doesn't change. No, your mortgage rate doesn't change. It still remains the same. So your lenders will not come to you that you've done this split, so you're going to charge you more. No.
You see, like the process you're talking about sounds incredibly great and good. Now, what about the obstacles or challenges of number 1, the council, number 2, the lenders,
Yeah.
and sometimes even neighbors? It's not dependent on the area. If you answer that, there's another
Yes.
question on my
Yes.
mind with flats and all this, and I'll come to
with lenders, right? You have 0 issues with any lender about that.
Okay.
Structurally, everything from externally, the house is still the same house,
Right.
right? So, which lender will come to you that because you've done this split, I'm going to charge you £500 a month extra on top of your mortgage? No way.
Okay.
Do you think anybody would have done that? If you go to East London where I live, a lot of them. I used to live in one like that before in Forest Gate. I was on the basement flat. One another Ghana guy was on the top flat. But we were all number 11, right?
Yeah.
The letters come to drop on the common hallway. Everybody will pick his letters. You don't need to put any A and B on the outside door. Not necessarily. Everybody knows his name on the letters. One, a very scrupulous landlord will keep you quiet. But if you make the council aware, it's not illegal. It's only your council tax
That will go on.
that will go high. They might even split it or double it. That's it. But some scrupulous landlord will tell you that, listen, you should keep it. Some of them, the council don't even know. But if you want peace of mind, especially now with all these new regulations of landlord certification and whatever, well, the council, it's not an illegal thing. That's my key word.
Okay.
It's not illegal. Although, like you said, there might be challenges of trying to go by the books properly with the council.
Yeah.
But it's not something that the council can stop you from doing.
Right.
No, not at all. At all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not illegal, but some landlords keep it quiet for them to avoid paying more council tax. Because that kind of properties, you give it out inclusive.
Yeah.
Because all the power, everything is being controlled from the ground floor.
Yeah.
You can't split it. EDF will come and do that for you. So this kind of properties, you let them out
As inclusive of bills and
bills,
everything.
council tax, water, everything for 1,300-1,400.
Yeah.
So when you get the money, you deal with it. The person has no issues because you can't split the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they work, But it's not illegal. That's what I want people to know. Anybody who has plans of, because it's another way of making double revenue. But if the house was just a mere 3-bedroom for 1,400-1,500 and you split it, right? We can practically split it for you, create toilet and shower and kitchen for both flats.
Yeah.
Yes, we create it in the top part of the house. The bigger bedroom, we now make it like an open plan living room.
Yeah.
Then the extra 2 rooms will become the other 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
Then the toilet is there already upstairs. Then the bottom, already there's a living room there. There's a kitchen there already. There's sometimes you are lucky there's 2 rooms downstairs already. So the bottom only need maybe for us to create a washroom, and job is done.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It might sound like it's a big project, but it's not.
Okay.
It's not. If you are able to get money out of your equity or your savings and do that, then you're gonna gain in the long term, because you're now gonna start. Either you don't live there, you rent out both, or you live in one of them, which suits you. You want the top, you want the bottom. You live in one, let the other one out. And the one you let out, right? Yeah. That's the reason why I term it as the smart way of living. The one you let out will pay for the entire mortgage.
The entire mortgage. Okay.
So you now practically, if you were doing 2 jobs before, of course you have to leave one job. If you are a bus driver, just chill and drive your bus.
But I mean, there are people that are workaholic that will still.
They still want to work. Okay, fair enough. Well, we can't stop them.
I mean, they can. they believe that the strength is still there.
Well,
They'll still make some good
income.
Fair
enough.
And
yes. Okay. And people who have garages on the side of their house, like Vicky was saying.
I think Vicky,
yes, when you garage conversions. At the moment, I'm doing one in Abbeywood.
Okay.
Garage conversions. We can convert the garage to like extra flat.
Self-contained.
Yeah, self-contained. Yeah, open plan living ground floor. Then top will become 2 bedrooms. They won't be that big, but like become like a one bedroom or 2 bedroom flat that you can also let out. You can have a door, but you can't have a number for the door. If your house is 324, you can't have 326 for that door. They will still have to be using the same address.
Okay.
You can be passing their letters off to them. It's not illegal. People who have the money, although now garage conversions are very expensive, because of materials and and that's another. If you have a garage and you think it's not really of use, and you can raise the funds, I think we can convert it for you beautifully into a separate self-contained or flat, which you can make extra revenue. And also this goes to the 65 and aboves. Most of these houses, the washrooms are upstairs.
Yes.
Majority, about 80%.
Yes.
Right? If most of all these people who have been retired or pensioned, once they come downstairs to use the washroom, becomes an issue.
They need a car up to help them.
Exactly. So what we can also do is we can manage to get a nice washroom at the ground floor for you, so that even for visitors purposes, visitors don't always need to go upstairs. So having a washroom on the ground floor too is very, very important.
Very important.
Yeah, so because every now and then somebody has to go upstairs. There was a time I wanted to use a washroom and it had no labels on the door. I practically entered somebody's bedroom and the missus was asleep.
Oh my.
Oh God. I quickly closed the door, So I think for visitors' sake and for the those 65s and above who are having all these knee issues and stuff, I think what we can also do is we can help by creating a nice washroom for them on the ground floor, so that because they spend most of their time on the ground floor during the day. Yeah, so they can have an easy way of life as well. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer.
Okay.
Yes,
Vicky,
please.
do you? Thank you.
I'd like to thank you so much for the education. Enlightening us.
Yeah.
I wanted to find out is with this lot conversions, especially, do you need planning permission from the council, or you just get up,
okay,
materials and labor straight away, get on with it?
Well, with extensions, right? Let me hit on extensions first. I think I can't remember which year is it when the government was trying to create more jobs and get people busy. They came up by saying that if it's no more than 3 meters, you don't need council permission. But I think they didn't really take us serious. Yeah, they didn't take that serious at all, because all the extensions I've been doing recently, the clients have official authorization from the councils. Yeah, and there has to be building control. Nowadays we don't really use the council ones, we use the private ones, because the council ones are so nosy and stuff. So the private ones, I'm not saying they're not doing their job, they're not cutting corners, but they are more cooperative with us, and we get them as and when we want. Yeah, so Madam Vicky, with the anything like lofts and extensions, I think yes, you need to inform your local council. You need to inform your local council to give you the permission.
That is where the challenge is, isn't it?
You pay for the permission. Do you have to pay, or just for them to approve? That's it.
Well, it depends on the local council. Some
Okay.
of I think it's not free. It's not any big money, but I think it varies from council to council. I think it's about 450 or something. Yeah, then the building control charges is 950 one off, and they will come, I think, 5 times throughout the whole project. With the loft conversion, we put steel beams in, so the floor of the loft is practically going to be sitting on a very heavy duty steel beam. When that steel beam is done, they will visit and make sure it's done properly. Then I think they'll come about 3-4 stages or 5 stages or whatever, and it's all 950 flat, one off. You don't pay anything anymore. Yeah, so I think the only time you don't need any permission is, I think, if you are just building a wooden structure to be used like a storage or sitting area just behind your house, all made of wood, or within the 3-meter range. That one, I don't think you need any permission. I've done some myself. I didn't need any permission from nobody.
With that?
Yeah, you don't need any permission from nobody. But if it's gonna be made of, once you're gonna dig, you need a permission.
Okay.
Yes, once you're gonna dig, because especially some areas are waterlogged, right? So when you dig, the building control inspectors will have to come and check the soil in the foundation. If they think it's not going to be strong enough, then they will recommend you to do something called underpinning.
Okay.
Underpinning, right? Which is a very huge unexpected cost. I had a customer at where was it? The Thamesmead. When they came there, they recommended underpinning had to take place. The guy had to practically stop the whole project.
Wow.
Because the underpinning alone is 10 grand.
What?
Yeah. And he wasn't prepared for that. So, and he can't do the underpinning and not have money for the main project. There was no point. So it depends. Yeah, it depends on the local council. But I think you need it. But I don't think it's any big deal. Nah, it's not. It shouldn't be. With the building controls, we the contractors can handle that if you give us the money.
You can handle it.
Yeah.
With a building control.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay.
We can handle that once you give us the 950. There is one big company called LBC, London Building Control.
Yeah.
We deal with them. We pay them. We fill all the forms, everything. That's it. Because they work in hand with the councils.
Right.
So whatever they come and see from us, they will report it to the council.
Okay.
I've been to so and so. Everything is being done properly. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So with that, we can handle it. But when it comes to the main permit from the councils, you, the landlord or landlady, has to deal with it yourself. Yes. Madam Vicky, any questions?
Yes, I just wanted to the last one. Usually when there's an extension or there's going to be some kind of modernization to a property, I do see the council send letters to neighbors.
Yes.
Yes. So what I wanted to find out is it across board or particular kind of extensions that the council informs neighbors, drop letters in their letter boxes or put a notice on, trees, anything that they can find for everybody in the neighborhood to be aware that something like that is going to take place at a property and address.
Yes, that's true. That one also varies from council to council and also other geographical factors in the area. We had a loft that the next door neighbor practically opposed it. She said it's gonna block her sun rays or something.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Especially if if you look like me. If you look like me on my skin and you are surrounded by sugar coated skins, you'll be in trouble, man. You'll be in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, so and you know what? Surprisingly, if one person opposes it, if you are not lucky, they won't allow you. One person opposes it, but rarely, especially extension. Come on, I'm doing extension in my backyard. What's that got to do with my left or right neighbors? I'm doing a loft. It's going up in the sky. What's your problem?
But sometimes, just like the question that Vicky asks, sometimes you have neighbors saying, "Oh no, that's going to
change the shape of the area."
Yeah, degrade and bring the kind of the beauty of the area and the kind of
some of them said it's gonna change the beauty of the area, blah blah blah. There was a fencing project I done in Chimford for one doctor from Ghana, both left and right. One of the neighbors reported that his fence is too high, that he's trying to change the look of their backyards. He said his fence is practically higher than all the remaining fences. So they reported, right? Will you believe we were forced to practically remove everything and lower the fence at another cost? Just because one of the neighbors reported. So we have neighbor issues, Vicky. Yeah, go on.
I think this comes down to us being very nice to our neighbors when it's Christmas, chocolate, wine, Merry Christmas, that kind of thing. You treat your neighbors nice. I don't think there will be this kind of problem, is it? But sometimes you also capitalize on the relationship you have with them.
Yeah, it's true.
Then
it's true.
That comes up, the council, straight out, we don't even think twice.
And some of them too is simply jealousy because what you are doing, they couldn't do it for years. Some of them too is sheer jealousy. I've seen it before. Because what you are trying to do, imagine you, Vicky, trying to do a loft and an extension at the same time at the cost of about 120, 130 grand. They have been living in that road for what? How many years now? They can't even dream of just one of the projects. So,
is it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Seriously, I've seen it. But it depends. Like you said, just be nice to them, and be nice to them, and that's it. I think that should do it. Yeah, because there was a lady that wanted to do a loft in Gravesend, like Bossman said. One of the neighbors said it's gonna change the looks from their backyard. Yeah, roof-wise. Yeah, but and so what? I want to do my loft. What's that got to do with the looks from the back of the houses? So, but some of the oppositions, the government, the councils rejected. They won't listen to them. Yeah. So unless it's a very serious, opposition that the council thinks that it's gonna affect people, but majority they don't listen to them. Yeah, majority. So. My dear listeners, anybody who wants to go for that, you know what? Just apply. Apply.
Some few comments, and we'll be getting ready to wrap up. So Mandy Leviton says, please put your number here. I've just joined. Okay, and she says thanks, and she says, do you only operate in London area? And the last comment she puts out, this is on YouTube. So you can send us questions and comment on YouTube as well. She says it never works as long as you are color like. all right.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I mean I want to get away from that because
let's leave that.
No, I mean I don't 100% believe in every single thing that. So,
of course.
Yeah, so keep your comments coming. About Mandy, thank you for your comment and your question. I believe that
tell her we cover
the whole of the
everywhere.
UK.
Yeah.
Okay. So
wherever she is, she wants anything done.
ASO Group covers the whole of UK. So
Scotland, wherever, we will come and be in the town for 1 month and get it done.
Okay, brilliant. Right, so there's a question that has come through from David. He says that the smart living, can you also do that in a flat?
Well, flats. That's a good question. Rarely.
Okay.
The only thing we can do in a flat is, if the living room is very huge, I can get one extra bedroom out of the living room.
Okay.
If the living room is huge, what I can do is I can get an extra bedroom out of it to reduce the size of the living room.
Okay.
Or split the living room into two, so you can rent out the whole flat into rooms, which gets you more revenue.
Okay.
Although rooms are full of wahala, because the tenants might not get on, you always have to go and answer issues. But if I think flat cannot really be extended through the roof like lofts. It cannot really be done through the back unless it's a ground floor flat. Then we can extend it from the back. Yeah, we can extend it from the back. What we can do is we can move the washroom to the back of the kitchen or whatever to create extra room. So yes, ground floor flat, we can do something about it. But flat, first floor, second floor, third floor, those flats, we can only split the living room if it's huge. And he wants extra room out of the living room. We can do a very good job on that for him as well.
Okay, there's another question on WhatsApp, and after that there's another message on YouTube as well, so I'll read that in a minute. This is coming from James. James asks a question that with the garage or the other extension as compared to an HMO, which one is more profitable? I don't know.
HMOs are profitable, but I think the legal requirements are too much.
Okay.
The legal requirements are simply too much. That I think it puts people off when it comes to HMOs. I have done a couple of HMO, conversions for clients, and sometimes even me, the contractor, sometimes I get a bit, frustrated. With all trying to meet the legal requirements.
Yeah.
Change all the doors. Every room should have a wash, sink, basin, whatever, all these door closers, and I think the garage conversions, can give you, decent revenue compared to the HMOs.
Seriously?
Ideally, that's my point. That's my view. But although the garage conversion is a huge project, it's a lot of money project, So on the HMOs, like a typical 3-bedroom house to be converted into an HMO approved property, you're looking about sometimes 15 grand, 18 grand of works to get it to the legal standard, which the garage conversion, is a huge project. Sometimes 70, 80 grand of works to get it into full. Some contractors even do it for 1995 to get it full into like a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom apartment or something. So it all depends, Mr. Bossman.
Okay, Vicky, before we begin to wrap up, and I think Mandy again on YouTube said it never works as long as you are color, and
she's still going on that.
all right, okay, I get you, and she's still asking for your phone number. I believe that Alhaji is going to put it out, and if you miss it, don't worry, we can give it to you as well. So Before we wrap up, he will do that. So, Vicky, before we wrap up, any questions or?
Mr. Suleiman, one thing I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
This I'm asking on behalf of all landlords and investors. When they give projects to builders and decorators, some of them don't do a good job at all.
Yes, that's true.
Now the question is, how can you tell if this company or this builder is a good one and will do a very good job? Because most of them, if you go to company house, yes, they are registered, they meet all the requirements, but yes, the outcome of whatever job that they've done for you, you could see it's not the best.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So for us to avoid being in such this difficult situation, what advice do you give us?
Okay.
For us to know who is the right person to redecorate your property or do your extensions or your loft extensions.
Okay. All right. It's a very, very, very good question there. First of all, I want to advise all our cherished listeners. If you can't trace a builder, first of all, please don't do business with that builder. Vicky, I have issues now that I'm trying to salvage of builders even taking money, pretend to start the job, and they are gone. There is this also from my in Canning Town. Sorry, I'm mentioning the
areas. Yes. Please, if you
it's not necessary. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. There is this woman, right, that she met these builders at B&Q. She didn't know them from Adam.
Yeah.
She went to make some enquiries and she met them, and she wanted to do an extension, right? They agreed to do it for her without checking all their backgrounds or where they live or anything. Now, she agreed. They agreed on a very funny price, which rings a bell. Maybe she didn't have any ideas, because for that price they charge her, if they charge a very smart person, that person will start smelling a rat. So she thought she had a good deal. She gave them 20 grand upfront. 20 grand.
What?
Yes, upfront.
What for?
Extension. To move the kitchen into the extension and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. They dug the foundation, started the block work, and they told her that they had an emergency somewhere, so they had to go and tidy it up for about 2-3 days and come back. That was the end. That was the end. That was the end. Somebody gave her my number. Immediately I went to see her. Once she opened the door, she started crying on my shoulder. I had to just keep on patting her on the back to cool her down. She now told me her sad story. But Mr. Vicky, Mr. Vicky, Madam Vicky, in circumstances like this, we feel your pain, but there's not much we can do. If you want us to salvage the situation, sorry, you have to even cough up the lost funds if you can. Because I won't say because you've been duped or whatever. Okay, the remaining money, bring it. I'll try and build it up for you. I can't. So to summarize it, please, our cherished listeners, if you can't trace a builder, please don't try to do business with that builder. You found him on Gumtree from, our eastern part of Europe. Just like that, you start doing business with them. Please, if they
charge less, and most of the time people want to, save money.
I understand you. People want to save money, but sometimes
that's cruel for them to do that.
Yes, they did. They did. So all I can tell people is, first of all, I'll come to your question of knowing a good builder or not.
Yeah.
But I want to just, finish on this quickly. That, please, me sitting here now, if you go on company's house, you Google my company, you just take the next available Uber. It will bring you straight to my house. Bring you straight to my house. So, you can even, there was a lady I told her that, listen, come and visit me. Come and visit me before we even start talking about how to pay me the money and stuff. And she said, nah, it's not necessary. I said, yeah, come and visit me. At least I want you to know that I won't run away. Yeah, you see me and my family, you know that I'm not going to run away. That will give you enough confidence, right? All right, so people should be careful. There are a lot of rogue out there who are out to take your money and go. Not even to do a bad job. Just take the money and run. I have 3 issues of that I'm trying to solve now. 3 issues. And it's harder to solve those issues than even start trying to do from scratch. Yes, so please. All right. Madam Vicky, now, all these companies like Check a Trade, Trust a Trader, well, they always say that they deal with reputable and blah, 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 blah companies, builders, this. But they are also out there to make their money, remember?
Exactly.
They will talk you into it sweetly, that they've verified them, they've vetted whatever, but they are out to make their money, So, I think sometimes recommendations too.
Referrals. I think referrals are the best way to...
Look, I don't do much online advertising. I'm very busy, but it's all referrals.
Yeah.
One good job, that's it. You are busy for the rest of your life. Yes. There was a contract we done in Uppington, right? It was out of this world. And that contract alone, the referrals that were flowing, because the missus had always put on Instagram, and oh God, everyone was asking her, wow, who done this? Who done that? Can we get his number? So I think referrals and sometimes reviews. Well, reviews do work as well, but I've seen people who create their own reviews. Yeah. Some of the reviews, you read it nicely, but it might not be, what it seems.
The real thing.
So I think with this issue, there's a bit of a gamble. A bit of a gamble. So what our advice is, as the builder is moving on, right, keep your eyes on the progress of the project. If it's going good,
Yeah.
If it's going cowboyish, Yes, so that's all I can say. It's a bit of a gamble, Madam Vicky. Yeah, and referrals. Talk to people who he has worked for. If possible, visit some of the jobs that he's really. There was a lady who wanted to see one of my loft conventions. I spoke to the other client who was happy to let us in. I took her. Everything. She was so happy with everything she saw. Yes, and that was it. The job had to start. So I think, Madam Vicky, it's a bit of a gamble, please.
Now, one thing I would like to add to what Alaji said is, sometimes, because me, for instance, I have no clue about renovation, extensions, and things like that.
Yep.
I have no idea, and I wouldn't know where to start.
Yep.
So what I will add to what Alaji has said, before you know whether whoever you meet or whoever has been recommended to you, the charges is what is the going rate. How do you know if that is the going rate? How do you know, why is this too cheap? No, I have to be very careful. I have to look into it. I think what one has to do is try and get as much quotes as possible. Maybe 3 or 4 quotes from different companies. Then you look at it. Definitely, there might be about 2 or 3 that you could see. The difference is just 1,000 or 2,000, maximum £5,000 difference. So you can come to an average. Okay, it looks like this is what the going rate is. When I look at all 5 quotes that I've received, out of them about 3 or 4, I think they are all at par. So you have that idea that this is what the going rate is. But when you straight away get the first builder and you're saying people are charging 50 grand, but I will charge you 20 grand. Oh wow, that's a good deal. Let me go with that person.
Yeah, that's true.
It's also another
what you are saying is true. Yeah, I think you are, like for me, anytime I submit a quote, I tell the client that get other quotes. Yeah,
Exactly.
don't go by me. I tell them straight away. I'm not pompous, but I tell them straight away, seek other quotes and compare. If you think someone is cheaper for you, go with it. Yeah, because for me, I'm not saying I'm too expensive, but I'm not also cheap. No, I'm not cheap because I know what's going on out there now in terms of labor and materials.
Yeah.
I won't come and give you any cheap quotes just to win the job.
Yeah.
Then along the way, I'll be struggling. No, especially like I said from the beginning of the show, materials are very unpredictable.
At the moment.
We are even planning to start charging you labor only. You buy the materials to the last crew. You will do the labor. Because if we charge you labor and materials, and by the time the job takes 12 weeks, by the time we finish, the materials have shot up in price. You know, that word estimate, people don't really understand it. Estimate means it's not definite. But customers, if you give them that quote, that is the final money they are expected to pay.
Yes.
Exactly. But that word estimate, estimated quote, I always put on top of my letterhead.
Okay.
This is an estimate. It means it can change. But
Subject to change.
Customers don't understand.
Okay.
They don't. Once you say it's 50 grand, bro,
My
it's 50 grand.
advice would be, when you write this is an estimate, just write at the bottom the explanation, meaning it can change at any time.
Well, majority of customers,
subject to change.
Majority of customers don't want to see that because they feel like
Subject to change.
it's like hiring black cab going to Victoria from here. The meter is you'll be peeping on the meter every 2 minutes, especially if there's traffic.
You want to jump out and
you
walk.
want to jump out and run away. Exactly. Yeah. So the same way, if you write subject to change, they might think you're gonna take advantage of that statement at the bottom to charge them more along the line. So 90% of customers want peace of mind by knowing that this is it. If it's 120 grand for the extension and the loft, this is it. That's what they want. But now it's difficult because of the fluctuation of the price of materials. Yeah, unfortunately.
I also want to say one last thing.
Okay.
Allergy.
Yeah.
Other concern as well is a lot of people, let's say landlord investors, maintenance of the property. They wait till there's a big problem. Boilers are not serviced, then it breaks down, costing you twice. Check, you check the property from time to time. Some, it may be the cabinet kitchen. The cabinets are falling off. How do you maintain it? You don't have to wait until things get out of hand. Then you have to pull everything down, redo them again. What advice do you have? Because maintenance is a big problem.
Yes. What I can say is, for my basic study of landlordship, money doesn't go out from them. It's only money coming
comes in.
Landlords don't like spending money. if you complain to your landlord anything that has to do with money, right, he'll frown straight away. That's why most of these houses are all falling apart, because landlords don't like spending at all. All they are interested is at the end of the month, right? There was a couple of years ago, I was forced to change my boiler myself because my landlord kept leaving us in the cold. One day he went to India. By the time he was back, I had called one of these gas guys, brand new Bosch boiler. That was about 1,300 then or 1,200. By the time he came from India, I had his invoice waiting for him. I didn't pay him rent for 2 months. It became an issue, but I didn't care. So I know them. Vicky, landlords will never change. Landlords will never change. If you are a tenant,
be careful. They are my friends.
Yeah, I don't care. Even yourself, actually. If you are a tenant and there is any basic thing you think you can do yourself, sometimes try to do it. Help yourself as well. I know the house is not for you, right?
Exactly.
But whatever little thing you think you can do it, right? Don't wait for the landlord. Remember, it's also your home. You are living there.
Yeah.
He has manage to buy the house and you are living in the house. So anything small, well, anything small. What I used to rent, sometimes every year I paint the whole house myself. The only thing that sometimes I wanted to do a new bath in the house, I got him to buy the materials. I done it myself. So if you start doing things yourself, the landlord will also cooperate.
Yeah.
But if you practically, there are some people, even when the sink is blocked, they want to call on the landlord.
Wow.
Just go online, get one of these, drain on blockers. If it's £60, whatever, pay him, let him do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense here, Mr. Bossman.
No.
Sometimes I think the tenants too have to take some responsibility. Tenants are so relaxed as well.
There was this funny situation when a light bulb went off. The tenant called the landlord.
Look at that. Look at that. Can you imagine?
There's a tenant that I think my friend went to view one of his properties, and the tenant goes like, "Oh, the bulbs that I have here is the old types of the reddish, the old types,
ones, yeah.
But I want LED, the daylight sort of type. Can you come and change it for me? The way it's been fixed into the ceiling, and I mean, you have to change it. If not, I'll have to move."
Because of that.
Yeah, and I'm like, seriously. Anyway, I think we've got way over. I think we will need to be having these conversations as often as we can, and with regards
to make time.
some of these things. I mean, maintenance of a home, what we need to do, how we need to do it. So we'll arrange with you. Even on a day, if we have other guests, we can still do possibly 15 minutes. I mean, if you're busy, we'll do it over Skype as well. So we can get that, because it's helpful. These are tidbits, as you said, for tenants to take responsibility as well. So very key. And my very last question from me, Vicky, have you exhausted your question?
Exhausted all my questions.
Well done.
Okay, so before I let you go, I believe that we'll ask of your details, but my very question is that how many jobs can you take on? I know you have quite a big
team,
number of staff, and you have a big team. So how many jobs can you take on?
Okay. One thing I don't like, which other builders do a lot, is taking more than they can do. They'll come to your house for a week, tell you his missus is sick, he'll be busy working elsewhere, leave you in a limbo. No. From the day the project starts, unless circumstances beyond our control. We had a project that the council practically came to stop us.
Okay.
Due to some indiscrepancies in some paperwork issues.
Yeah.
That one is not my fault. I can move to other projects. When you are sorted, I can always come back to you. But ideally, we can run 3 projects at a time, maximum.
That sounds good.
Yes, we can run 3 projects at the moment. That's what we're doing now.
Okay.
We are in Welling, we are in Barnet, and we're starting another one on Monday. There's a loft and extension in Bromley.
Okay.
Yes, so practically we can run 3 projects at the same time, which every project will be running. Yeah, every project will be running. I practically drive to all the sites and make sure that everything is going on as it should. Yeah, so we can take on 3 projects. Yeah. That sounds if we are busy and you are not in a haste, I can tell you to wait. Maybe give us about a month or 2. By then one of them will be exhausted, then we can jump on yours. But I will never take what I think I can, because I can't stand pressure.
Okay. So is it no job too small, or
we don't really have time for Mickey Mouse jobs?
Okay.
Like all these minor repairs. Please, listeners, we are so busy for minor repairs. So
so if you say minor repairs, are you looking at I mean, just a small leak, or let's say, I mean,
we look at projects.
You look at projects. Okay, I like that.
Yes,
that,
we look at projects.
Okay, so
Yes,
it's
we look at
literally projects.
Projects.
Okay.
Yes, we look
So
at
and
projects.
as you said,
Within
adding-
the course of the
adding value.
project, if you have other issues in the house
Yes.
that you want us to look at it for
Yeah.
you, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we're doing an extension and loft. Then maybe what do you call it? There's some issues in the house as well. Once we are there, we can look at them for you at the same time.
Okay.
But we don't have time to be coming out to fix a door, fix a one lock, come and fix a kitchen cabinet that is falling off or whatever. Sorry, we are too busy for that.
Too busy for that.
Yes,
and
please.
You permit me to ask this last question. It just occurred to me, please.
the last one will be the last, and the last will be there will be a last after the last.
Okay, Mr. Suleiman,
Yeah.
I was thinking, people listening to you, maybe we may have some youngsters whose aspiration is to become like you. Do you take up training and apprenticeships for the young ones?
Okay, that's something that we are really looking into. We are really looking into it. But at the moment, if a youngster wants to be coming to site with us to learn, it's not official, but we are now trying to make it official so that we can be getting, because any company that normally does that, you get support from government in terms of taxes and stuff. Yeah, so I think I spoke to my accountant about that. We are trying to create that avenue as well. But for the time being, if anyone wants to come with us to learn what we are doing, fair enough. The person is welcome.
I want to come with you and learn how to paint so that I can paint my own house myself.
You want to come and learn how to paint?
Paint, yes.
Yeah, I can teach you how to paint. It's very easy. It's not a big deal. What I can do is come to your house, help you to paint your house. You don't need to come to me. I can help you to paint your own house, which is going to help you to learn. So you can also start painting Bossman's house and charge him.
That is it.
Come again?
Because I thought I was going to help you, then learn on the job.
Oh, yeah, you are welcome if you have the time. If you have the time. What I'll do is, if I get any projects within your catchment area, I will let you know.
Oh.
So when it's time for painting, you come, you wear your overall, and we work together.
Come again.
Are you going to join?
To be quite honest, I can paint the main areas, but not the edges.
The edges and the corners.
So
That's
I don't.
That's the challenging part.
I don't want to be called names.
That's the
so
challenging.
I want to focus on.
That's the challenging part.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what you can do is,
if you have a nail that I have to smash into a wood, that one I can do it for you.
No, what you can do is like you paint the white ceiling.
Yeah.
Right. Paint the white ceiling. Let the white ceiling. Let the white paint touch the blue. Don't worry. When you're done, just put mask tape. Right, all around the ceiling or edges, and paint the blue. Leave it to dry. Get all the tape off. You are good. Instead of trying to hold a brush, your hands will be shaking. I've seen people, you hold the brush, your hands are shaking. You know?
Okay.
That's simple.
Yeah, very simple. Vicky, don't worry, I'll teach you.
No further comment from me.
Okay.
So, if you, I'll hide before you leave us. If you want to give details how people can contact you,
yes,
as one of our cherished listeners has been. I mean, I've got about 6 messages from her asking for your details and all the stuff on YouTube. So
all right. Mainly is by my cell phones, because emails I don't even have time for them. Sometimes till I get home in the evening before I go through them. When I'm working, I don't have time for emails at all. So I don't really think it's a good way of contact. So I have 2 mobile numbers which I will put all out.
Okay.
All right. The first one, if everyone is listening, is 079
079
430
430
60
yeah
283.
079 430
Yeah.
60283.
Yes.
Okay.
And the second one,
Is it 283 or
283.
Okay.
The last 3 digits.
All right.
Yes. That one has WhatsApp and everything. Then
Okay.
the other one is 078
Yep.
33
Yep. 33
430
430
615.
615.
Yes.
So 07833430615.
Yes, you can call. You can call on us anytime, and we will visit you. We like visiting. We sit down. We talk.
Following the COVID protocols as well, isn't it?
Well, because sometimes people have been pushing me for quotes over the phone when I haven't seen
The job.
visually what needs doing. Oh no, it's just an extension. Yeah, I know, but there are issues. There might be a tree. We need to uproot it.
Yeah.
There's a manhole. We need to move it further
Yeah.
in the garden to create a visiting manhole.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes we need to visit the the site visually and have a full practical view and see what needs doing.
Yeah.
Then we take it from there.
Okay.
So we can we can always come to you, follow all the COVID protocols with all our masks, sanitizers, everything,
yeah.
and see what needs doing, and we take it from there.
Super.
And I also advise everybody, I know it's not easy, but try your best. Even if it's shared ownership, get your own home, because paying for somebody is just like throwing the money away.
Hey.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Paying to Mr. Bossman, you are just making him fatter. Even if it's shared ownership or all these 5%, whatever, try and get your own home, because I think it helps a lot.
Right.
Yeah, it helps a lot, And because there's one issue I think we need to talk on at a later date. It's about credit scoring. Yes, I have a lot of education to do on that, a lot. Because now in this world, everything is about credit. Renting a house now, you have to be credit scored. Getting a mobile phone, getting a brand new car, buying a house, everything. But people are suffering a lot from that. People are suffering a lot with their credit because people don't really know what is in when it comes to credit score, which I have a lot of knowledge on that I would like to share next time we meet.
Sure.
Because even to get your own home, you have to have a good credit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I have a partner. That's what he does. He's a credit restorer.
Okay.
Your credit can be as bad as whatever. He will restore it for you. CCJs, he will take it off. Default, he will clear them all. I won't go much into that.
Yeah,
we have to have a special program on this.
Exactly.
Because it's a very important topic.
Very key.
Very
key.
Extremely key.
We need to dig deep and dig out all these.
I will come and sit down again on that and educate people on that.
Okay.
Mr. Suleimana is full of ideas.
Okay, brilliant. Right. We appreciate that, Alhaj, for your time and also
thank you.
The wealth of knowledge and information you've given tonight. It's amazing. We highly appreciate you for your time.
You're welcome.
And so, if you happen to just join us, you've missed out a lot. But hey, the good news is that it's live. It's going to be, is recorded on Facebook and also on YouTube, on Twitter, on Periscope, on TuneIn Radio. Amazing thing is that on our app, download Starr Radio UK app from your Android or Apple store and listen on the go, or you can watch or listen again on www.starradiouk.com www.starradiouk.com for all the information that you've received. Smart living. How can you get the best out of the current property that you are in? You can make it happen, but then the main focus has been if you have a house, not a flat, as he said. If it's a massive lounge, yes, you're good to go. They can sort of add a room to it, also you can get extra income from that as well. but it's house, and he's given us some of the ideas of turning garages as well. So it's a good time, good information out there. And Vicky, before we go, what has been your take tonight in terms of what Al-Hajj has discussed with us?
Honestly speaking, this is an area that a lot of landlords, investors have overlooked. Whereby there's potential, you've got a lot, and it's been there for years, and it's even turned into a storage place.
Yeah.
So with what Alaji has enlightened us on, you could see that it's a gold mine up there, which is going to make you extra money, and like Alaji also said, can even pay your mortgage.
Yeah. So.
Yes, and the other thing that he spoke about as well is being vigilant when taking on builders to renovate your house or have an extension done.
Yeah.
If you are not that vigilant, then people will just run away with your money, which is very, very, very important. Give us ideas.
Yeah.
You can have a big 4-bedroom house that can be split into 2 flats, which will also give you extra income. So all these ideas, I think, will go a long way to relieve a lot of landlords who are going through a lot of, financial struggles. Because
okay, Vicky, can you
discussion with our guests?
Are you
yes, it looks like yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, there was a break, so that's why.
Most of the times when any laws or any regulation comes out, the landlord is not favored. It always goes to the tenants.
The tenants are favored, yeah.
So I think this is the smart way we, landlords can also earn something extra and become financially free.
Exactly.
It's been a very educative, show today. Honestly, I've learned so much.
So much. That is worth the time that we've gone extra, almost an hour, and that can only be done for Al-Hajj. Since we see him every 2 years, I believe that we put everything together in one day. So I think it's worth it. And as he said, we'll find time and have some moments of maintenance, as in how you can maintain the house, what should you do, and when you need. I mean, we'll talk about that. We'll get that planned, and we can help our listeners and viewers as well. So how to maintain your home, get it into shape, and when you have to possibly do a refurb. But thank you so much for your time, giving us space within your space. Our time is up and we need to go, and before we wrap up, let me say a big thank you to our sponsors. That is CIG Properties. CIG Properties are the property management company based in the United Kingdom. If you're looking for investment, you're looking to sell, buy, rent, look no further. It's www.cigpropertyuk.com. That's www.cigpropertyuk.com, and get in contact with them, or 0203 916 5588. They'll be able to help you out. All strategies, they'll be able to help you out. So, and also M&M, that's M&M concept. Is it concept? Yes. They will be able to take care of all your graphic designs and print works and banner designs, t-shirt, baseball caps. Amazing company, a global company based in Ghana but doing global business. great customer service as well. So get in contact with them through us. We'll be able to get you a discount, 15% guaranteed. That's 0208 133 That's 0208 133 and M&M Concept will be able to connect you. And also May Associate is a company that specializes in housing project management. You might have lost money or lost trust in friends and family or people you trusted so much, or it might even be other companies, but hey, we can vouch and guarantee for you that May Associate are they are a professional company, been doing this for over a decade. They know what they're about, professionals, and they don't just do the project management, but they are also into valuations as well. That's surveyors and other services as well. So get in contact with May Associate through us, or you can send us a message on Facebook. We will be able to connect you. 0208 133 2258. That's 0208 133 2258, and we'll be able to connect you to May Associate. Kerry's Furniture. Kerry's Furniture is interior decor and finishing company based in Atlanta, Georgia. But the amazing thing is that they are able to deliver to your doorstep no matter where you are on this planet. They'll be able to send everything you order to your doorstep, 100% guaranteed. And the summer sale is still on. Don't lose out. Take advantage of it. And through us you get a 15%. We've negotiated with these companies, so 15% discount is guaranteed for you if you do mention Star Radio UK or you come through us. And the number again is 0208 133 2257. That's 0208 133 2257, and we'll be able to get you in contact with Kerry's Furniture, or on Instagram is Kerry's, that's KHARIS Furniture, or on also Facebook as well. Thank you so much for tonight, but hey, join me this Sunday. It's going to be an amazing time. We're talking on a very interesting topic. Missions, is it the way out? Is it something that is a must for every believer? So join me this Sunday, and my guest, it's going to be from 5 p.m. this and every Sunday on Faith Talk with myself, KB Bossman. And also next week, oh man, you don't want to miss, possibly we have the man back. If I say the man, you should know him. Amazing. And so next week is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thank you so much. Tonight is an extended version of the Property Hour show with a only man that makes us go an extra hour. That is Alhaji Suleiman, the CEO of Asil Group of Companies. Amazing company, doing amazing works out there for you. And also their consultation, they'll be able to advise you the best way to utilize the space you have in your property, and they'll be able to make you in the end make some good income out of the space you have, as he said. So thank you so much, Alaj, and to all the staff at Asil Group, we say thank you, we salute and honor. Thank you so much, Vicky. Right.
Hello.
So we are back next week, God willing, and thank you so much as well. Wonderful. Okay. And well, let me sign out, and let me see if I can do a good sign out to myself. Let me see what I can do. Is it a song? Seriously, let me see if I can get somebody to enjoy this. That'll be good. Okay, let's do this. But have a good night, and God bless.
I'll see you next week.
God bless. No stress, nothing less. And let me. Where is my? Okay, let me do this.
Bye.
Okay. Have a good night, Vicky. Thank you, and
okay,
God
and
bless.
thank you for having me as usual.
You're welcome. Okay. Have a good night.
je t'aime.